let's talk about relatedness. I belong here. The sense of fitting in. How does that play out?
Yeah, so this is another really powerful motivator in whether we're willing to approach or avoid a situation. And I think so here, like working in a team context, this is a clear win. So you've got like a group of people that if the team takes the time to really bond with one another and kind of develop some social connections, this can be a huge boost to working in an agile way. So of course, there are people who have different needs for this or express it in different ways. So there might be, if you've got just kind of the most simple way to think of like extroverts and introverts on that team. Are we making spaces for them to connect in ways that are meaningful for them and, not just biasing towards one group or another? So those are things that I think Scrum Masters can be very good at helping the team surface through different facilitation techniques and, using the retrospective as a space for that, just to see what people's preferences are. But, even knowing if I know that someone on my team is very extroverted and loves to have a chat, and maybe I prefer to have a little bit more quiet because I'm introverted, maybe we can find a way, just knowing that about one another, I might make space in my afternoon to have a coffee and a chat with them. And they know that my deep work time is later in the afternoon, so they're going to leave me alone when they see my headphones on. So those kinds of things I think can come out of those conversations and really support building a great, the team has the power to make an amazing experience of being on a team. That's within their control if they choose to do it. So this is one of those that can really shine.
Yeah, Michelle. And while working, I work with a lot of Scrum Masters, and one of the things that I can think about with the relatedness is now there's this whole thing with working with the outside vendor, contractors versus full-time employee, outside vendor, offshore team, people in India, or when you're working, right? This hits both things, and this is just we're not solutioning this with. This is just something to think about, right? How is relatedness and also status playing out when there's dynamics, because it is a fully remote team, people from all different cultures, people literally in different geographic location. I mean, compensation, all of these things, right? It's not as simple. And these are things that, with this framework, at least people can start to ask questions to themselves. Okay, how do I want to create this environment? So